Welcome to the Savvy Radio Show. Today is Nerd Rock Wednesday, dedicated to helping you learn more about technology to increase yourself and your business empire.
What's up, savvy investors out there? This is the Savvy Landlord, Stephen Van Kallenberg, and today is Wednesday, April 6th. One of my favorite days because it is Nerd Rock Wednesday. I do have some allergies going on, Oklahoma wind, so it is a little nasally per se, but we're going to fight through it today. Today we're going to talk about digital organizing systems to keep you sane. That's right. I use technology to leverage everything. Meaning my time, my work, my staff. And staying organized, I believe, is one of the most pivotal point success in your life. If you're not organized, you'll lose stuff. You'll spend time trying to find stuff, and then your life will just be upside down for no reason if you were just an organized individual. So today, I'm going to cover a lot of information, just broad strokes. Maybe in the future, if you send me some comments to really dig deep into certain things, I'm going to kind of give you the way I do it, and it may not work for you, but hopefully you'll gain one nugget. I'm going to cover, more than 8-10 items to organize your life. All right. So my number one rule is that when I stay organized, it has to be across all devices. And in the future, you'll see in 10 years or so, there will be one platform. There won't be Android. There won't be Windows. And then there's Apple OS. I know I'm reaching for the future here, but one day there will be one platform where they'll just sync across everything. Now, I'm not a big fan of Apple, and I'm not trying to blast Apple, but one of the frustrating things about Apple, if you don't have an Apple product, you're kind of in the dark or not in the cool club. And that was back in high school. But one of the frustrating things that drives me bananas with Apple is I have a realtor that loves Apple. A lot of people love Apple. They got Macintoshes and they got iPads and phones and all this jazz. Okay, cool for you. But when they went this realtor, he probably lost sales because he would go take pictures with his iPhone, upload it to the iCloud, and then try to send me a link to it. Now, I can't open the link. I don't have an Apple account at all. Boom. And I just got rid of my Apple account. And it was the most frustrating thing. I had to communicate to this guy, listen, use Dropbox or Google Drive and then send me the link. And it was just frustrating. There was at least a couple of weeks that I couldn't see photos, and he was trying to sell me a property. Well, I can't buy the property if I can't see the photos. So that's one of the most important things, I think, is that, rule number one, whatever technology you're going to embrace, software or tool or app, whatever it is, it has to be across all devices. I know that was a long-winded intro, so let's get down to it. Now, if you're not using Google Calendar, you're missing out the boat, okay? There's tons of calendar apps out there, but Google Calendar is the most fast and fluid app, and it does sync across an Apple device. I use Google Calendar on my desktop, but I use an app on my phone called Calendar A+. It is not free. It's a few dollars, but you need to get Calendar A+, and it's a lot more robust. I can do a lot more things. I can see things in a different view. I just thoroughly enjoy it. My life is ran on Google Calendar. So with Google Calendar as well, and you probably know this, that you can share it with your team. You can add people in. They can see certain things. And so I know that my property management, when they're doing leases, I see it on the calendar. I can click a button and not see it. If they need to schedule me for a meeting, they can request me. This is how I communicate with my wife through Google Calendar. So it is a fast and fluid way it goes across all devices. Google it up, watch some YouTube videos, really get familiar with Google Calendar. It is amazing. It will save your life. All right. Now, I covered Google Drive before, but just it's another place to stay organized. In Google Drive, my goal one day is to have all my audiobooks and all my classes, everything in the world will be inside Google Drive, and I'm slowly uploading it. I'm already close to not a terabyte, but I've already 200 megs of stuff up there, and I'm constantly slowly my life will be in Google Drive. It is free for a Gmail account. I'm not sure how many gigs it gets now, but I'm beyond the free plan. It is way more robust than Dropbox. It's been very fluid for me. It's already synced. That's why I have an Android phone. That's why I have even a Google phone. Is just everything syncs. It's fluid. It works. But I know Google Drive hasn't marketed as they should, or everyone has Google Dropbox because it's free. Great. I don't have a Dropbox account. I do, but it already maxed it out. So I use Google Drive. Check in to Google Drive. Try it. Dang, I'm doing the podcast and I keep burping. My bad. Anyway, another one. I may have harped on this before. If you know me personally, I am an avid Evernote user. Now, I've toned down on Evernote a lot. I use a lot more Google products to do projects. But Evernote it's Evernote, EVERNOTE.com. There is a learning curve. It is worth it. Google it up, watch videos, force yourself. It syncs. The great thing about Evernote that I use a lot is that when you have an Evernote account, it's free. You get an email. So if I'm emailing someone and I want to remember it or reference it later, I can just blind CC to Evernote. You can get extensions and widgets on your phone or on a Chrome browser. It will freeze a page for you. So if I'm buying something online and I know that I'm going to have an issue with it, or I might have to return it, or if, like when I book my hotel reservation, I Evernote it, and it's easy to find. It's right there. It converts it to a PDF if you need it. Try Evernote. All right, so we're going to keep on moving. This is to organize your life so you can find things. In 2011, Evernote was the company of the year on Inc. magazine. There's a reason why Google keeps trying to buy Evernote. There's a reason why that people in China tattoo the little Evernote logo, which is an elephant on them. There's another reason why that your premium account, you don't necessarily need it, but people pay the $40 a year because they love Evernote and support it. It is incredible piece of software. One thing that will blow your mind. You can take a picture of something with your phone or email something into Evernote and it reads pictures. It's an amazing technology. So like a lot of engineers use it. They put a lot of formulas on the whiteboard. They take a picture of the whiteboard and it's cataloged, organized in Evernote. So you can just type in one of those formulas and Evernote will show you the picture. It's pretty amazing. You should check into it. You may download it, use it, and never use it again. That's a good start. I don't use it as much, but I do dump everything in Evernote. And if I have an idea, I dump it in Evernote. I'm on a website, I dump it in Evernote. Try it out. All right, so I know this is 2016, and I'm amazed that people don't use bill pay. All right, save a stamp, save a life, speed things up. I run all my bills through bill pay. I log into a secure system, which is my banking system, and boom, I pay my bills. I know this is like elementary for some of you younger millennials out there, but some older people do listen to this podcast, and I want to encourage you, get on bill pay, stop writing checks, stop buying stamps, and use bill pay. Okay, if you don't know bill pay, instant message me or send me a note or something so I can help you get you to that point, because that's going to save hours and dollars of your life. Okay. And just to be just even more candid and authentic with you, I was anti bill pay for years. I was just, I'm really weird about, security and money and things like that. And, when you get access online, I'm thinking you're going to lose everything. Man, my mom was ahead of the game on bill pay. And for like 2 years, she's like, you need to do bill pay. And then one day I started doing bill pay. And let me tell you, I can remember that day vividly. I don't even have bills hanging around. All my mortgages are paid on bill pay. I have receipts. I've had, all these years, maybe 10 years, I've had like one issue and they FedEx the check. It's an amazing system. There's some type of insurance through bill pay where they kind of jump on stuff. It's supposed to be $6 a month or $5.95, but if you do like 4 bills a month, it's free. Come on. There's no cost to you. Your bank pays for it. That's how they get you over to their bank. All right. Filing system. Now, I use Google Drive to do my files. So I scan everything with a scan snap, which a great friend of mine, Thomas Morgan, he's in love with Evernote and Scan Snap. So he scans everything. It dumps everything to Evernote. Well, I scan everything and I dump everything to Google Drive in folders. So you want to do that. But say if you're really old school and you really are trying to get to the digital arena, to technology, you might want to try an app called Shoebox. That's SHOEBOXED.com. I did it for many years. It's a monthly plan. I think it's like $10, and if you do a lot of scans, but it's like Netflix, old school Netflix, where you can just get a DVD every week or so many times a month. Same scenario. They mail you an envelope. You stuff receipts, you stuff pictures, you stuff whatever you want in that envelope. They scan it, they shred it, they recycle it, and boom, it's up there on a spreadsheet. And it's a decent search engine to find stuff. Like if I typed in Lowe's, the best search engine for my stuff is Evernote. So if I scan stuff through Evernote, through ScanSnap, dumped it into Evernote like Thomas does, you type in the word Lowe's, it pulls it all up, but I can't necessarily download it on a spreadsheet for my accountant. And so that's why Shoebox is pretty good. If you're just starting out and as a real estate investor, you want to do Shoebox until you get like a bookkeeper that's ready on your staff. And I got that episode coming up, Building Your Team. I believe it's going to come out tomorrow. So your filing system. Now, how do you control all your passwords and maintain all this data? I use passpack.com. That's PASSPACK.com. It's free. You can get 100 free passwords. It's triple dipple secure. You got to log in with a password. Then you got to be a human. You got to click to get in. A lot of people use LastPass.com, where you can share passwords with people and they can't see them and they have access to them. But you're going to have passwords in the world of technology, and you want to not have the same password for everything. You might want to have variations, but you ultimately want to dump them in a secure place so you can reference them. You may not know this. In Evernote, you can encrypt a certain message. So I have some passwords in there, and it's pretty solid. Like, you can't get in there. If I forget that password, I'm screwed. But it's not attached to an email. It's attached to my Evernote account. So, but you can encrypt, so you can create a file on your Evernote, in your Evernote, say passwords, which is, I wouldn't use the word passwords as a file, but hey, someone ever hacked into my phone or something, but then inside there, you can encrypt whatever you typed in there. So that's pretty cool, and it's pretty super secure. So that's a good way to manage your passwords. So I've given you 3 options: LastPass.com, Passpack.com, and Evernote. All right, so we're getting down to the wire here. All right, this is how I get stuff done. This is a question that I get. How do you get everything done? How do you stay organized? Man, there is a hidden gem that a lot of people don't know about. It is Google Tasks. It on the desktop or your laptop version, it is not clean. You have to be logged in to your Gmail account, but to make it a little bit more robust so you can see it more on a bigger scale, you want to go to this website. It's mail.google.com/tasks/canvas. And that's CANVAS.com. Or go into Google and type in Google Tasks Canvas. And if you got to be logged into your Gmail account. Now, when you're logged into your Gmail account, then it will automatically go to all your Google Tasks. Most people think that Google Tasks is just kind of a small little dinky thing inside Gmail. Yes, it's whack. It sucks. I understand it. That's why there's so many to-do list programs out there, apps. But there is an amazing Google app that I use called G-Tasks, or is it Google Tasks? I'm trying to load it up right now on my phone. But this syncs across all my devices, okay? So it is called, let me get it on an Android, and it's on Apple too. It's called Google Tasks. That's it. G-Tasks, Google Tasks. It's from the code name is Ice Cubes. Okay, so that's the person that wrote this. It's like a couple of dollars. It's insanely amazing. So this is how I stay organized. So I have 30 lists on there. I have a daily list. I have a list for each staff member. And then I just start dumping things in there. Some people do this concept through Evernote, but I like to have it on my phone. I like to have it connected to Google Tasks because I can see it on my browser. It's much faster than Evernote. Sometimes Evernote, scans and indexes everything, so it's kind of slow and bloated sometimes, but Google Tasks is super blazing fast. If you get a lean Google Tasks app, there's several of them out there. Again, I said G Tasks, A Plus Calendar has one with it. I use this Google Tasks, and it's incredible. So here's some tips for you. How do you stay organized? So like I have a project that I'm working on called Investor Weekend. In Investor Weekend, I have tasks inside Investor Weekend. I have a task for my goals. And inside my goals folder, I have all my goals I have lined out. Then I have one for my wife, things I want to talk to my wife about. I have that in there. Stuff that I'm managing, VAs. I manage everything. So anytime I have a quick note, I got to think about something, I open up my Google Tasks, or if it's in my browser, and I type in what I need to do, and I never think about it again until I need to go back and look at it. By far, Google Tasks is everything that I do and touch probably the most all day long. All right. So I know it's really hard to explain it over the podcast. I'm more of a visual person. Maybe I'll do a video on it. If you really want to know and you really want to grow and you really want to get stuff done, let me know. Here's a couple of things. You need to get extensions for your Google Chrome so you can dump things. So like some extensions that I have a Google Chrome extension. So anything that Google Chrome. Okay, on Google Chrome, I have a Google Drive extension. So if I'm on any page anywhere, I click this button on the top right of my Google browser, Google Chrome, and it automatically dumps it into Google Drive. It automatically dumps it into Evernote. So there's items that I know, like certain receipts, certain things, I just automatically dump it into Evernote. There's certain projects that I'm working on, I dump it to Google Drive. I use pretty much 80% of my time I'm in Google Drive per se. But there's other really cool web extensions. One's called Share It, where I like to share a lot of websites that I'm on, or I might find a book that I like and I want to share it to my friend. Instead of cut and pasting the link, okay, you hit copy the page. No, I have an extension, and I click that button. It's called Share It, and it tells me, do I share it through Google Gmail, Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter, Amazon, on my wish list. Okay, so this is a really good, awesome extension. It's called Alcoholic. I can't say it. These allergies blazing, but I'll spell it. SHAREAHOLIC. Aholic. Shareaholic. Okay, there it is. And you just add that extension, and wherever I'm at, I just click that button, and a little drop down comes down, and I can email it to you. I can Facebook it. It's sick. It's amazing. I dump things that way. Sometimes if I want to share like a podcast of something, I just click that button, and I can dump it like blind CC to my Evernote with my Evernote up email account. I know this is a lot of stuff, and we're at near the end of the time here, so I got 2 minutes left. I want to end this real fast. Here's an app that I truly like, that I use pretty much daily. It's called Journey app, and I believe it's on Apple. I believe it is. But it's called Journey, and I like to journal. I try to journal at least 3 things that I'm grateful for the day in the morning. But the cool thing about Journey, it backs up to Google Drive, so it's saved forever, and I can access it on a web browser. I can take pictures and click a button and dump it to Journey. It's just a great little app. Journey.com. Just type in the word in Google, diary, Journey, the word Journey app or Journey web, and you'll find it that way. Anyway, I know I covered a lot of information all over the place. I'm getting my bearings back, but I'm ready to roll. My name is Steven Van Kellenberg. I'm the Savvy Landlord. Hopefully this podcast has encouraged you, motivated you to get online, get in technology, and get things done. I would love for you to share any comments or even a website that you're in love with. Man, I would love to share that with other people as well. Whatever you do, buy assets, read 10 minutes a day, and thank someone for sharing this podcast with you.
Investor Weekend is not far off. with over 10 information sessions to increase your portfolio. Log on to www.investorweekend.com. Whether you are a seasoned investor or never purchased a property before, you don't want to miss the Investor Weekend. Join us for a powerful, knowledge-packed weekend with over 10 informational sessions that are bound to enlarge your real estate investments. You will hear from the best national and local real estate investors that will share practical and relevant experiences with you, the investor. There will be several networking sessions to connect with other like-minded people for potential funding, partnerships, and yes, hot deals. Go to www.investorweekend.com. Did you know we meet once a month for the Landlord Lunch Meeting? The third Wednesday of every month. Go to landlordlunch.com.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.